Today is May the 15th, 2017, and I have some things to do in downtown Baltimore at the Treasury Building. So, I'll probably film some of the city, and then we will come back. We will be using Interstate 83, the Jones Falls Expressway, the whole way. Alright. See you in a few. We will just be automatically a lot closer to Baltimore. See ya.
Hearing going on the Ninth Circuit Court of Appeals, the appeals hearing on one of the Trump travel ban executive orders that is being appealed. And, folks, I have to tell you, the idea that this has to be argued, this executive order was 1,000% legal and constitutional. The fact that this has to be argued before a court, it's absurd. And I've had a chance to check into it, and these Ninth Circuit justices are asking the lawyer representing the Trump administration, well, can you tell us if you've ever heard President Trump at any time during the campaign or otherwise suggest that he was in favor of a total ban of all Muslims from anywhere in the world? Now, there is no Trump executive order that does that. The Trump executive order, first one modified into the second one, which was a relaxation of the first one, and what these judges relied on is what Trump said during the campaign. They're essentially saying, look, these executive orders, he's lying to us. The president's being dishonest. The president's trying to sneak one past. Because we all heard him say during the campaign that he wanted to ban all Muslims. And so we have this executive order, and we're not going to judge the executive order. We're judging what the guy said during the campaign, which is what they're relying on. And this is going to open up, if this holds, all kinds of precedent. Because on the one hand, you can find stories today. I think one of them is Maggie Haberman at the New York Times, where she says that Trump's making a big mistake because he still thinks it's the campaign. And you've got to understand, she says, that there's a huge difference between what is said and the strategy during the campaign and then in power and governing. They're two different things, she said. Apparently Trump has this map of all of the counties that he won versus Hillary. And it's mostly red. I mean, the geographic area of the country that is pro-Trump, like 98% of that map is red, and 2% is blue. I mean, New York, San Francisco, Los Angeles, the area up to Seattle, maybe a little bit down in South Florida, Miami area. And other than that, it's all red. And apparently Trump's had a bunch of these things printed up and give them out to visitors to the Oval Office. And the people that drive by saying, this shows he's mentally ill. This demonstrates that he's still living in the campaign. He's still thinking he's campaigning, and he's not. He's president, and you can't be president the same way that you campaign. Well, here are these judges saying, well, we're not going to pay attention to what he's president. We're going to rule on what he said during the campaign. Now, how much sense does that make? Legal or common? How much sense does it make? You have an executive order written by the administration. It proclaims X, Y, and Z, and these leftist judges, we're not watching that. We're not paying attention to that. What we're focusing on is what he said during the campaign. Over here, the New York Times says, you can't continue to campaign, Mr. President. You're president. You can't behave the same way. You can't have the same issues. You can't say the same stuff. And it's a display of Trump's mental illness that he has these, and there's, here is, the story says that Trump had a giant version of this map printed and hung on the wall in the West Wing. And they're denying that that has happened, but they're trying to paint this picture of a guy totally out of touch with now, still self-absorbed in his victory, which is the last positive moment of his life. And his life has been miserable and filled with failure since November. and that he's Captain Queen. He's in there, he's doing the marbles and stuff, and hasn't come to grips with where he is now. And I find it fascinating, these judges, while the New York says that Trump's got to forget the campaign, the judges are saying the campaign is the only thing that matters to us. This whole thing is absurd. But it is explicable if you understand who these people are. If you understand they do not respect any authority but their own, including the Constitution and including the law. And there are some people that are concerned that they thought Trump was going to be the one pounding these people, that Trump was going to walk in and just steamroller these people because they would never have seen anything like him. He's the guy that he had the right issues and the right agenda, and he was just going to be able to make mincemeat of these people. And so far, that doesn't seem to have happened. And so there are people expressing some dissatisfaction and alarm, such as Ann Coulter today, in an interview she gave with the David caller. So they're just continuing here to do everything they can to undermine and sabotage. And they're focused now on Comey, as you know, but the polling data, just to remind you, NBC Wall Street Journal polling data shows that there has been essentially no negative impact in polling data either on President Trump's personal favorability, his job approval. None of it has moved significantly in either direction since the Comey firing, which is big because we've had nothing but a 24/7 assault on Trump. And it's amazing his numbers haven't been worse than whips away. Now there's a story here. This is from the New Yorker. Amidst the fallout from the firing of FBI Director James Comey, a new report reveals that Comey actually planned not to recommend charges against Hillary because of her private email server well before she was interviewed by the FBI. This story maintains that Comey only had the FBI interview for the sake of appearance and for show, to make it look like there was a serious investigation, but that the story is that Comey had made up his mind nothing was going to happen to Hillary before her interview, which happened after. Didn't the interview happen after Clinton got on Loretta Lynch's plane? That interview happened on the Saturday before Comey went out and made the speech, right? I'm pretty sure it was. In fact, I remember when he did the interview with Hillary, I remember being surprised that it had not happened, that it was so late in the process. And it was during that interview that they let her aide be called her lawyer, Cheryl Mills, so that Cheryl Mills would have immunity and attorney-client privilege. I mean, when I saw that, and after all that, they absconded. They took Cheryl Mills' computer and destroyed it. It had evidence on it, potentially had evidence on it. So Comey interviews Hillary late in the game, allows her aide, her strategist, her advisor, her executive assistant to be called her lawyer for purposes of accompanying her in the interview, and then they take her laptop and destroy it. And the answer we got, well, the FBI always destroys evidence at the end of an investigation. Well, this looked awfully suspicious. And this story maintains that Comey was never going to charge her, was never going to do anything of the sort. He made up his mind even before he interviewed her. ABC News, Trump denies he asked Comey for loyalty, threatens to cancel press briefing. Trump has denied in recent reports he asked Comey for loyalty a few days before he was sworn in as president. Anonymous sources, they always are today, told ABC News that Trump posed the question to Comey more than once during a dinner in January, and that Comey would not promise such a thing as being president, only that he would be honest. Trump said in an interview with Judge Jeanine, never seen that show, Judge Jeanine? Jeanine Pirro, Saturday Night Fox News. Anyway, after Trump gave the big interview to last couple of months, he ran another interview with Judge Jeanine, and he told Judge Jeanine that he didn't ask that question. He said, it wouldn't have been a bad question to ask, but I didn't ask Comey for his loyalty. Now, the media is trying to say that Trump did it, and that it shows that Trump thinks that he's a young dictator in the making. That it's only tyrants and dictators that demand shows of loyalty from underlings, and if they don't get it, they get canned. Trump is not stupid. So much of this reporting, some of these allegations relies on the belief that Trump is an idiot and stupid and is a bumbler and doesn't know what he's doing. Asking for loyalty oaths and pledges and this kind of thing. Anyway, Trump denies it and says, thinking about canceling the press briefing maybe just twice a month, or was it twice a week, to end that circus. Now, Matt Schlapp, you know who Matt Schlapp is? Matt Schlapp, at the moment, runs CPAC, and he has been a presidential advisor, not for Trump, but he's been a player in the inner workings of Washington. He has a piece, op-ed piece, thehill.com. A good riddance to James Comey, Obama's enabler. And I just want to read some excerpts of this because it's really, really spot on. It's a great summation of the real James Comey. And I think it also provides an honest evaluation of the Trump administration at the end of it. And it starts out now, well, Chairman of the American Pacific Union, which runs CPAC. He was the White House political director to former President George W. Bush for a time. And he starts out by saying, I have to hand it to the Democrats, they had a good week. They believe in many conspiracy theories, including a humdinger in FBI Director James Comey's intervention in the last days of the presidential election swung just enough votes in Michigan, Wisconsin, and Pennsylvania to deny Hillary Clinton her slam dunk legacy as the head of the White House frequent flyer travel office. Many Democrats will never accept the legitimacy of President Trump, so they have a nationwide movement to collectively put their heads under the covers. James Comey is the Benedict Arnold in their progressive evolution. Now, here's a pull quote. In the end, the only cause to which James Comey commits is his own. Here's another pull quote, and this is actually the meat of the piece. Obama and Comey almost made it all the way to the end of Obama's term without having a potential political conflict affect their collaboration. That was a major accomplishment considering the abuses carried on by the Obama administration that Comey didn't touch and wasn't interested in. They are running a program to spy on adversarial reporters. The Obama administration did this. The Obama administration used the IRS to persecute political opponents and Tea Party nonprofits. The Obama administration oversaw a sloppy program of arming violent criminals along the border that's fast and furious. The Obama administration orchestrated a cover-up to blame a YouTube video for the death of Ambassador Stevens in Libya. And the Obama administration, the scandals wrapped in abuse and surrounded by lawbreaking concerning the server, emails, and smartphones of Hillary Clinton and her enablers. And Obama knew about that too. He emailed her on that server. All of these scandals were managed without the selection of a special prosecutor, without anyone being charged with wrongdoing, and without any serious political consequences to President Obama. The reputations of Clinton and Comey were destroyed due to Clinton's law-breaking and deception and Comey's apparent desire to be dutiful and loyal to the politics of Obama. That was until he decided his own brand was being tarnished, and so he lurched out with the now infamous Comey letter. Theory is that Comey and Obama were blood brothers, working together to maintain an image and picture of the Obama administration as lawful and legal and progressive and wonderful and all that. And the only way that could happen is if Comey and the FBI were to ignore all of the crimes and scandals that were there to be seen and reported on by anybody in America. Purposely, dutifully ignored them. And then in October, when Comey sent the letter, his theory is that Comey's all about protecting Comey. That Comey puts his finger in the wind and figure out which way it's blowing. If Obama's popular, then Comey's going to ride his coattails. If Trump is getting in trouble, Comey is going to abandon him. Comey's not going to put himself anywhere where his precious reputation can be sullied. Comey is not going to do anything first and foremost that does harm to James Comey, at least in his efforts and intentions. He probably screwed up here and made himself, until the Democrats have ridden to his rescue.
I just had my window.
He didn't distinguish himself. He did have one of these impeccable reputations. Schlapp also believes here that all of this went to Comey's head. And that he actually began to think of himself as the player in Washington, the person with the power to determine who would be and who would not be elected presidents. A really good, comprehensive, and in some ways devastating piece. We'll be right back.
The left never tells the truth. That's why you need Rush Limbaugh's new, powerful, portable arsenal of truth. 15 ways to beat liberal lies. This free bonus report is chock full of colorful charts and graphs. Even a liberal can understand. Get it now with a new subscription to the Limbaugh Letter at RushLimbaugh.com. You're listening to the EIB Network.
Rush Limbaugh on WCBM.
There are few things in life more tragic than waking up after Mother's Day and realizing you totally forgot. At the very least, Mom was expecting a card or a phone call. Sadly, her phone never rang and the mailbox stayed empty. It's going to take quite the gift to get you out of this hole. So listen up, because 1-800-Flowers.com is here to help. Right now, when you order a dozen Gerbera daisies for only $29.99, 1-800-Flowers is going to give you a free vase. Simply pick your delivery date and let 1-800-Flowers handle the rest. With a beautiful blitz of pink, orange, and white daisies, this bouquet is guaranteed to make up for your mishap. Daisies from 1-800-Flowers are picked at their peak and shipped overnight to ensure freshness and Mom's amazement. A dozen Gerbera daisies for only $29.99 plus a free vase is an amazing offer, but it won't last forever, so order now. To order a dozen Gerbera daisies for only $29.99 plus a free vase, go to 1-800-Flowers.com. Click the radio icon and enter code FLOWER. That's 1-800-Flowers.com, code FLOWER.
It's horse racing season, and the second leg of the Triple Crown is galloping into the Mount Washington Tavern. Hi, this is Sean Casey for the Mount Washington Tavern and Pimlico's most famous race, the Preakness. The Tavern is celebrating by creating their very own celebratory drinks. All of these drinks are made with Baltimore's own Sagamore Rye whiskey. Take home a commemorative glass with each purchase of a Belmont Breeze, Mint Julep, or Black-Eyed Susan. And don't forget, the Mount Washington Tavern has not one, but two great options to enjoy al fresco dining. The Sky Bar and the Chesapeake Room with its retractable roof. With the greatest Monday through Friday happy hour specials in Baltimore.
Where do we go? Whole ticket here.
Please press the button for entrance. Please wait. Take the ticket. Welcome.
You've got mail. Let's see. Do not. Well, there's a lot of spots down here. Right. 2D reserved. Okay. So far, we're all reserved parking. Alright, where now? Is that a spot? That ain't a spot, is it? Nah, I don't think that's a spot, is it? Nah. see a handicap. There's the stairs. I have to go up. Where are you supposed to park at, man? Oh, shit. I don't see a spot, man, so far. Okay, we're up top. We're up here. Okay, we're on the second floor. Damn, people. I need a place to park. Come on. Jeez whiz, man. It says parking for the first 20 minutes is $8, but it takes you 20 minutes to park because there's no spot. Look. Oh, here we go. Thank the God. Here we go. We got a spot here. Am I in my spot? Am I in it? Let's see. Yeah. Yeah, somebody was frustrated. Alright, I'm gonna park. Alright guys, I will be back in a little bit. So I will see you later. And we'll be getting out of here. Took 21 minutes. I had 56,039 miles when I left my house. To this parking garage, 56,077 miles. So we'll see what happens on the way back. Laters. Appointment is done, and I am in downtown. Yeah. Oh, okay. Huh?
They said you can use your ticket.
It does like that. Baltimore Street. See, look, it's going to cost money. Hey, walk. get stuck on number 2. Come on. Oh. That was great. Oh my God, man, come on. This thing ever gonna come up? Finally. Here we're going to number 1. I'm at 1D. Like I'm under the street, so. Be right back in a minute to get out of here. As you saw, we have done the elevators back down. It's, believe it or not, the appointment took 5 minutes. The appointment took 5 whole minutes, but it's like 2 hours, 3 hours worth of driving back and forth and parking and cost money. So here we go. Yep, I'll be there in a minute. Kiss my ass. All right. Here comes some people. Okay. That keys. Got my wallet. All right. So let's get ready to rumble. Now, let's get out of here. At the Treasury Building in Baltimore. We're in this underground parking thing, and boy, does it cost some monners. It really does. All right. Better get the old wallet out because you're going to probably need the credit card in it. Oh, come on. And you're going to need this parking pass. Weird. It costs a lot of money to spend more money on parking than anything else. Alright, let's see. do it here or what? Confused. What did they say?
Please wait. Bad card or ticket.
Really?
Please insert your ticket.
Oh, maybe you gotta do it this way.
Please wait.
Oh, come on. Where is it? Oh, there it is. Credit card. How do you do it?
Please wait.
Wow. Please wait. Come on. Oh well, I guess it's not gonna do it. Screw it. Just go. I'm afraid this thing will close again. It didn't give me my receipt, but it did not give me the receipt. But I wasn't waiting in case that damn thing, since it was broke or something. Alright, now we gotta get a little bit ready to drive out of here before traffic starts. It's 2 o'clock, so we have the time. Yeah. But we gotta get going. Go all the way back to Pennsylvania again. Okay, we are now leaving the IRS Treasury Building, Baltimore City on Lombard Street. So it's a red light coming on. So this guy had to take my turn. I could have made a right turn on red, but he just ran out in the street. Look at this guy, damn. Oh, come on, man. Yep. In the middle. Man, these streets are so bumpy. It's incredible.
Is able to predict what their users are going to do before the users do it, because they have data of what all their users are. They have location data, they have where their customers are going to dinner, they have what hotels they're staying in, because it's all in Google system, it's all on the Google cloud, and Google uses, they claim it's private, they claim nobody ever has access to it except Google, and they don't even know it personally, they just use it to tailor advertising to each individual user. Apple, all of that data on your phone, not in their cloud. Now this results in Google
Man, what is going on?
more of these predictive services, like, okay, for example, you pick up your phone and it tells you out of the blue and it's like, in 20 minutes you get to where you need to be here. How did you know that? Google probably know that. You think it's cool? Like 20 minutes, and the next thing might take 25 minutes. And you go, wow, how does it know that? Well, it knows that because you've done it. You go to that care everyday certified, and Google knows it, and they return the favor to you in the form of having your phone alert you to what the back problems there are, and you can open it through it. Apple does the same thing, but they keep it on the phone. And it's not nearly as much data because there are storage concerns, and there's memory concerns.
Should have went to Pratt Street. This is slow. Baltimore Street is extremely slow. Under construction. Will not make the same mistake next time.
If I may make a brief aside, it's what makes the iPhone even more dazzling as a device, because it's able to do all of these predictive things, not nearly as much as Google, but it's still able to do, hey, you go to daycare weekend, the iPhone will tell you.
Just think, I didn't even park an hour and it was $23 to park.
But Apple keeps much of that data on the phone, not in their cloud, because of their commitment to privacy.
think are we down on the block? I think we're on the block. Yes, we are. Club Pussycat. Look, that dude's out there. Come on in. Holy crap. There's the block. Haven't seen this place since. Oh, man, you gotta be. Let me get over here. Oh.
In the old days, when you got a new iPhone, it would take 2 weeks of going to and from home and work before the data of travel times
Got so hung up on the block that I couldn't even get my lane correct. Last time I was down on the block was when I used to go to theater and acting school a long time ago, 1990. Myself and a few of the male actors came down here and hung out for about 3 hours. Wonder whatever happened to the amazing Kitty Lee. Oh well, enough of the block. Whoa, slow down. Alright, we're getting ready to get on 83. Then we'll be done. Damn, that's a cop. He's got a gun, walking around with a gun downtown. Damn, he's holding up the peace sign. What the hell is going on there? This guy in front of me. He's got PA tags too. Probably going home just like me. Way up 83.
Governments are just lousy at protecting this stuff. And Apple was arguing at the time to call me in the FBI. If we give you a backdoor, it's going to be 2 weeks, and that backdoor is going to be all over the world. And not a single iPhone is going to be safe. If we create there isn't a backdoor. Right now there isn't. If you get locked out of your phone and you forget how to get into it, you have got problems. There are ways.
Right behind traffic lights.
because those are the only fingerprints found. Then when you learn that crowdsource, the outfit hired, study, find out who did it, is run by a guy that hates Putin. We're being led down a path on this whole Russian hacking the election business and Trump colluding. This is one of the biggest scams, and it has survived for over a year with no evidence. And the only way that's possible is the U.S. media, working in conjunction with embeds in the deep state, who have their own malicious reasons for leaking enough that allows the media to keep reporting on it. But it's just stunning. There isn't any evidence. There isn't going to be any evidence because it didn't happen. The election outcomes happened. It's somebody keeps saying it. I got to take a break, folks. Sit tight, and we'll be back at the
Rush 24/7. You can listen to or watch the Rush Limbaugh Show when you want.
Our program is available via podcast. You can always go to rushlimbaugh.com and either relive what you enjoyed originally or see it if you missed it.
Never miss one exciting frame of Rush Limbaugh in vibrant and video with Rush 24/7. Join now at rushlimbaugh.com. You're listening to the EIB Network. Rush Limbaugh on WCBN.
There are few things in life more tragic than waking up after Mother's Day and realizing you totally forgot. At the very least, Mom was expecting a card or a phone call. Sadly, her phone never rang and the mailbox stayed empty. It's going to take quite the gift to get you out of this hole. So listen up, because 1-800-Flowers.com is here to help. Right now, when you order a dozen Gerbera daisies for only $29.99, 1-800-Flowers is going to give you a free vase. Simply pick your delivery date and let 1-800-Flowers handle the rest. With a beautiful blitz of pink, orange, and white daisies, this bouquet is guaranteed to make up for your mishap. Daisies from 1-800-Flowers are picked at their peak and shipped overnight to ensure freshness and Mom's amazement. A dozen Gerbera daisies for only $29.99 plus a free vase is an amazing offer, but it won't last forever, so order now. To order a dozen Gerbera daisies for only $29.99 plus a free vase, go to 1-800-Flowers.com. Click the radio icon and enter code FLOWER. That's 1-800-Flowers.com, code FLOWER.
Hi, it's Sean Casey. When it comes time to sell your home, you want to make sure you hire the right realtor that can get you top dollar and can get your home sold fast. Make sure to call one of the top realtors in the greater Baltimore and surrounding counties, according to the Wall Street Journal. That's my friend and my realtor, Vinny Steele of Remax Component. Vinny and his team of over 5,000 hot buyers in his exclusive home buyers system looking to buy right now. Just give Vinny a no-obligation call and let him show you how to get your home sold fast and for top dollar. He may already have a buyer for you. Vinny will even guarantee that if your home doesn't sell, he'll buy it at a price acceptable to you. That's right, guaranteed. Call the realtor I would trust to sell my home. Call Vinny Steele right now at 1-800-834-VINNY. That's 1-800-834-VINNY. 1-800-834-VINNY. Or go to VinnyHasTheBuyers.com. That's VinnyHasTheBuyers.com. Are you constantly stressed out? Do you rely on caffeine to get through the day? Do you get colds easily? Take control of brand new Rescue Stress Blocker. Special herbs called adaptogens found in Rescue Stress Blocker are a great way to support your body during stressful times. These herbs work by helping your body adapt to stress, making you feel more calm and focused naturally. So get started on Rescue Stress Blocker today. Call toll-free 1-800-26-ALIVE. That's 1-800-262-5483. Text the code WCBM Stress for a special buy one, get one free offer on Rescue Stress Blocker. Or go online to shop and save with the same special code, WCBM Stress. Just go to myrescueproducts.com. That's MYRESQ products.com. And use the code WCBM Stress. Don't let stress get you down and make you sick. Fight back with Rescue Stress Blocker and get on the road to better health.
Hey, Sean Hannity here, inviting you to join me this afternoon right after El Rushbo from 3 to 6. It's all happening on Talk Radio 680 WCBM. Where is this next story? Where is it? Come on, where is it? Yes, listen to this. From the Daily Caller, this is actually from earlier in the weekend. The company once hailed as Europe's largest solar panel producer filed for bankruptcy Wednesday, blaming cheap Chicom panels for flooding the market. This is like the third or fourth solar panel manufacturer, a couple in California, a couple in Europe, that have gotten out of the business because they can't compete with the cheap garbage that Chicoms are making. The ongoing price erosion and the development of the business has left the company over-indebted and thus obliged to file for insolvency proceedings, said Solar World, also the largest U.S. solar panel maker, in a statement. This, they blame the Chicoms for making cheap solar panels, but get this, the largest American solar panel maker got $250 million in subsidies to boot. Just like Solyndra. They were a big Obama donor, so they give Obama a lot of money. Obama, in turn, turns around and returns some of it in the form of subsidies to their business. They went bankrupt. The solar panel business, there really isn't any business there when you get down to it. And yet it's hailed as the future of clean energy, is the future of the world, saving the planet. And it just doesn't produce enough electricity to come even close to traditional fossil fuel sources. And God forbid if you have a cloudy day and you are served by solar panels because you're up the creek.
It's already back on
connected with the latest views.
2:30.
It's Talk Radio 680 WCBM and WCBM.com. Good afternoon. I'm Michael Filippelli in the 680 WCBM Maryland News Center with the news at 2:30. Germany's Interior Ministry says software companies need to do their own homework rather than blame governments for security breaches. Microsoft's top lawyer Brad Smith had criticized governments yesterday, reporting vulnerabilities and urged authorities to report security problems to IT firms rather than stockpile, sell, or exploit them. The Trump administration accuses the Syrian government of mass killings of thousands of prisoners and burning the bodies in a large crematorium outside the capital. The State Department says about 50 detainees a day are being hanged in a military prison about 45 minutes from Damascus. It says the crematorium is being used to hide evidence of the extent of the killings. In downtown Baltimore, 72 degrees. It's 2:31. I'm Michael Filippelli, 680 WCBM News.
Here we go. Thanks for the teaching and strangling your personality, your family, the death penalty.
That's not fair fight.
Tell me the joke.
That's good for you.
Attention. How much cleavage does a woman show before it's too much? You said 22 inches of cleavage. Whose grandmother is this?
Steve Harvey's Family Feud, weeknights at 6 and 6:30 on Fox 45.
Joys kick in and homes burglarized every 14 seconds.
It only took one kick, set it through apart. So why your home from Steve?
The cheap fix put to the test. Tonight on Fox 45 News at 10. Traffic jams don't actually start downtown or in the summer. They start in the counties and neighborhood streets. We understand that helping you find which turn can make all the difference. Fox 45 Morning News.
Business Network. Tesla shares dropping after analysts at Morgan Stanley downgraded the shares. The bank has been one of Tesla's biggest supporters. Now Morgan has turned more cautious on the stock, saying the company's plans to go head-to-head with giants like Apple and Amazon are risky. It was 20 years ago today that Amazon became a publicly traded company, and if you had invested $10,000 in Amazon then, it would be worth, guess what, $4.9 million today. Nintendo is reportedly going to bring its video game franchise, The Legend of Zelda, to smartphones. Nintendo has been building its mobile presence over the past year and has already released Super Mario Run for smartphones. The company has also announced plans for a mobile version of Animal Crossing. With the Fox Business Report, I'm Carol Zimmer. Are you taking Viagra for ED? Now you can get Aldanazol.
The active ingredient in Viagra is generic 20 milligrams for $2 per tablet. That's a savings of $40 per dose. Worley Travel, the North Carolina pharmacy, delivers generic Sildenafil to your door. For information on Sildenafil, go to ModernGenerics.com or call us at 800-452-1760. That's 1-800-452-1760.
Translating today's world can be difficult. You're acting like a jerk.
Translating. Oh, dear. I didn't see that, but of course.
Understand your world. Weekday mornings at 9.
Hey, North Korea, I've got a missile for you right here.
Translating.
Now I'm hungry for some takeout.
Bruce Elliott Show.
Democrats, you big babies.
Stories of the day.
Somebody change their diapers.
Translated.
It's starting to smell.
Rock Radio 680 WCBM. You're listening to the EIB Network on Talk Radio 680 WCBM.
Yeah, and
12 and 13 of that baby, too.
say, there's a lot of college graduates this month. And they're going to be a lot of college graduates next month. And you know what that does? It just compounds the number of college graduates with student loan debt. The number of Americans carrying this kind of debt is a big one. It's 44 million people in total. That does not take into account the graduates getting diplomas this spring. Now, you know, this is a big bugaboo of mine. The best and brightest, the elites, the Washington establishment, the people considered to be our betters, have dictated all kinds of things that we Americans need to do if we are going to have productive, meaningful lives. And one of those things is go to college. And the American people have fought it for decades. A college degree is one of the greatest things parents think can happen to their kids. And it's not a bad thing to understand. But look at who's been promoting this. The very people who have, I think, sabotaged it. What good is a college degree if after you get it, you owe $250,000 or $40,000? I mean, you're working for how many years just to pay off the loan, for crying out loud? You'll notice that whenever there are any talks of budget cutbacks, there are never any talks of tuition cutbacks or room and board cutbacks, and we never hear about reductions of faculty taking salary cuts. Never hear about it. In fact, they end up getting more money, and they get sources of money out the wazoo. They get boosters, they got donors, they get glee clubs, they got the government, they get any number of stuff, they get the athletic programs. A college education is a wonderful thing, but when you owe the next 20 years of your life to paying it off, what have they effectively done with the college education? I'm the student loan program in this now. And in the market, it would show you this is what it costs. How many people have no business going? It's something that you can't afford, and yet people are talked into doing it no matter what, whether they can afford it or not. They're just talked into getting these loans because it's so important that you get a degree, you get an education. I do not quibble with that, but something's wrong with this. When the people behind all of this are the ones administering the loan program. Well, if you're graduating this spring, and you're faced with a massive student loan bill, you need to hear about one of our new sponsors, SoFi.com. You know, interest rates attached to student loans are burdensome. They're not related to the market. They can be as high as 7.9%. You know what the price of money is? It's like 2% today. A student loan at 7.9 at the high end, that's not in relationship to anything going on in the market today. The government's paying 2.3% from its own debt, charging students as much as 7.9%. You can understand why students want to get out from underneath the burden because they want to start working for themselves. Well, SoFi.com is a financial services company that has decided to focus on student loan debt. And what they do is they look for professionals carrying student loan debt who are doing it right. And they've launched into a good career, they're hardworking, and they want to get ahead. And if that describes you as a student loan debt holder, then that's enough for SoFi to offer you a reduced rate on an existing student loan. And the money that can be saved is substantial. On average, SoFi members save more than $20,000 over the life of a revised student loan. The way they do it is find responsible people to work with. By that I mean graduates who have significant debt. They look for people who are on track, being successful professionals who are carrying student loan debt, who are doing everything right, making efforts to pay it off. They've launched a good career, they're working. If that describes you, you should call SoFi and see what they can do for you. Because they found ways to consolidate a lot of student loan debt into one giant bundle they can plug you into that ends up causing a reduced interest rate and smaller payments. SoFi starts all of this online. Let me give you the website address to get started. TrySoFi.com. It's TrySoFi. SoFi. Don't try to understand what it means. It's SoFi. TrySoFi is the address.com. And take a look there and see if you might qualify. Because if you do, you can end up saving a substantial amount of money paying off your student loan. We're happy to have the sponsors here. They're great people. SoFi. You went to the website, TrySoFi.com. Back to the phone, Sue in Carbondale, Illinois, which is not far from my hometown of Cape Girardeau, Missouri. How are you doing?
I'm doing good. I was in Cape Girardeau last week. I went by and I think I saw the house you grew up in.
Really?
Yeah.
Well, did you get out and genuflect?
That boulevard?
Did you take pictures?
I did. But anyway, that's not why I called today, but I did go over there.
Well, you know, they used to have a tour. It's a Rush Limbaugh tour. Did you go down to the flood wall and see my picture painted on the flood wall?
I did not know that.
Yeah, it's designed to scare off floodwaters.
I'll have to go back. It's only an hour or so. I'll have to go back.
Next time you're down there, just go down Main Street. You see the flood wall, and you can walk forward. There's all kinds of famous Missourians in the Huntsville.
Yeah, you certainly are.
You know, Mark Twain.
Tours?
What was that?
Do they actually still do tours?
I don't think they're doing tours anymore.
Okay. Yeah, anyway, I saw the house and you claimed was yours, so.
Well, who claimed it was mine?
Well, actually, I Googled it, Rush Limbaugh's home or whatever.
Do you remember what
it came up?
Do you remember what street it was on?
Sunset Boulevard. All right. Cool. The reason I called was...
You know what I used to do at that house, if you remember? I used to water balloon trick-or-treaters through the upstairs window.
Oh, did you?
Yeah, my mother would be passing out candy, and I'd bombard everybody with water balloons.
Oh, that's a lot more fun, I'll bet.
It was fun. It was so much fun. The mother got so mad. She started going out with umbrellas to protect the young trick-or-treaters.
Aw. She was sweet.
She was sweet. She was very sweet. Anyway, I keep interrupting you. I'm sorry.
Oh, that's okay. That's okay. Your show.
What a caller. What a caller. Nobody understands the concept. Thank you again. But seriously, Sue, what is it that you wanted to discuss?
Well, I had to do the James Comey fire.
What is this?
My theory is that it is. It's just because Trump got the presidency and Hillary did not. Because had he not fired Comey, then the allegation would be, well, of course he didn't fire Comey. Comey helped him get elected. Comey's in his back pocket. There's no way Trump could not.
You're right. There were whispers of that. There have been whispers of that all along that Comey and Trump were in bed together.
Sure.
There's no way Trump's going to win anything like this.
Nope.
So he's always got to default to doing the right thing, correct?
That's exactly right. He needs to do what's right and let the chips fall where they may, because he's going to get criticized no matter what.
Are you a person that voted for Trump?
I certainly am.
You know, every time I talk to a Trump voter, it is, well, it's just sort of profound. None of this stuff is affecting you, is it? You are not, I mean, have you begun to doubt your vote yet?
Oh, no.
See? They're not yet. And it's got to tell you, the media, people are frustrating the media like you can't believe. If they went to Trump's address at the commencement speech at Liberty University, they had reporters running around asking parents, He's a spy. What is it about Trump that worries you? What is it about Trump that you don't like?
Well, I would think that parents at Liberty University would not have a whole lot they didn't like about, I mean, in general.
Wow, Trump is universally popular at this thing. You're right. Parents there were not upset. People at Liberty University invited the right guy. They knew they wanted Trump, and he showed up and he delivered a great speech. Here's the one. Grab soundbite number 11. It's not cliche. There are positive things happening in this administration. They are having success. You look at the number of illegals crossing the border, practically non-existent, just because of the threat to build a wall and the intent, demonstrated intent to enforce the law. And the numbers are way down. Jobs are coming back. Corporations planning, building new plants, which will lead to new jobs. There are good things that is not being reported on, and that's not all the media. I mean, Trump's giving them a lot of ammo to focus on instead of some of these achievements. But listen to this. It's about 52 seconds, and we left in the applause. There's 13 seconds of applause here that we left in just to make sure you got the complete flavor.
In your hearts are inscribed the values of service, sacrifice, and devotion. Now you must go forth into the world and turn your hopes and dreams into action. America has always been the land of dreams because America is a nation of true believers. When the Pilgrims landed at Plymouth, when the founders wrote the Declaration of Independence, they invoked our Creator for God. Because in America, we don't worship government, we worship God.
Sure. Yeah, that place was there, but I think it just passed it. Yeah, just passed it.
Truth, the left does worship. And in fact, the left wants government seen and perceived as the provider of all things, material and immaterial, such as equality.
Yeah, there really is no carry out that way.
Sustainability. They damn well want government to be seen and the reason.
We just ate out yesterday. By the time I go driving up all around there, let's make something at the house. I got food there. I eat food that's sitting right there.
This is one of the many reasons that Trump is. Here's the transformer number 10. This is real quick. I missed this earlier, and this is something I think concerns me. I thought
$23 for a car.
that I did.
Ain't that some shit?
Terminated Hopkins because all of the Democrats criticized him. But because I terminated him, the political points will go against Trump. I don't know. If he's being serious here, and I've heard 3 or 4 people say he really thought that the Democrats would like him because he was under the impression that he was Hobart. Look, Trump is it's real.
The land, there's a lot of money in these.
Trump needs people around him. He doesn't see things ideologically, so he needs people around him who can tell him the real government or what their real objective is. I mean, I heard that he was shocked that all these protesters still going on 3 weeks after they went on. That he thought after they got it out of the system, they could all start uniforms. You know?
The Rush Limbaugh radio program will continue. Rush Limbaugh annoying the left, coast to coast on the EIB network. Rush Limbaugh, Talk Radio 680 WCBM.
Here's Hall of Famer Mike Ditka with an important message for all car, truck, and SUV owners.
Sooner or later, your car's gonna break down. Now, you can try to fix it yourself. Try to save a few bucks by going to some discount repair shop. I got a better idea. They're covered by CarShield, a trusted leader in auto repair coverage.
Why is car shield on cash? A new engine or transmission can cost over $5,000. Even a simple repair like a sensor can cost over $1,000. Car shield lets you select your favorite mechanic or even dealership to do the work. And there's no check in the mail stuff, no waiting for reimbursement. Car shield gets the mechanic paid directly. And you'll get the VIP treatment, roadside assistance, courtesy towing, and a rental car during the repair. Take it from me. You need to get car shield before repair is needed. Get protected today. Get car shield. Call 800-CAR-6100. That's 800-CAR-6100 and mention code PROTECT. Or visit carshield.com and use code PROTECT to save 10%. Carshield.com. Code PROTECT. A deductible may apply.
Is a ban on cash coming to the U.S.? Will this help drive gold and silver to record highs? Here's Dave Ingstrom from Lear Capital.
Larry, a world war on cash has begun. First it was India, then Australia, Sweden, now it's gone global. Explain to me. They're getting rid of cash and moving strictly to digital money.
It's happening here.
And just found shocking proof that since October, the supply of paper cash is shrinking while digital cash is growing.
Is this a bad thing?
I've identified 6 threats to your savings and retirement accounts if cash is gone. Listeners can learn more in my latest War on Cash report.
To get your copy of War on Cash, call 1-800-885-2646. See why experts say the war on cash could drive gold and silver prices to record highs. If you have cash in the bank or in your mattress, this free report is a must-read. Call 1-800-885-2646. That's 800-885-2646. 800-885-2646.
What comes to mind when you think of true great Baltimore institution? World-class seafood, championship baseball and football team. Now, what comes to mind when you think of a true great Baltimore company? If you're thinking United Rentals, you would be right. Because with United Rentals, you get the world's largest equipment rental company with a Baltimore history and tradition since 1997. And whether your project is below ground, above ground, or you're just breaking ground, United Rentals has the equipment and tools. They rent and sell everything from forklifts and backhoes to scissor lifts, trench shoring systems, and portable restrooms. They also offer a complete range of industrial tools for any job, small or large. Rentals for the world's largest rental fleet, backed by a team of equipment experts ready to help you get the job done. For the branch nearest you, visit UnitedRentals.com or call 800-UR-RENT. Chances are, you or someone you know has age-related macular degeneration, or AMD. Millions are losing their sight to AMD, and I'm one of them. Getting that diagnosis was terrifying. Thankfully, my doctor caught it early, and I was able to receive a treatment that's helped me keep enough vision to continue reading and doing what I love. Not everyone is so lucky. That's why you should visit your eye doctor and learn the warning signs. The Foundation Fighting Blindness provides free AMD information kits with everything you need to know about preventing and managing the disease. Call 1-800-632-2005 to request your kit today. Anyone can get AMD, but you don't have to be a victim. Knowledge is power. So whether you or a loved one has AMD, or you just want to learn more, the Foundation Fighting Blindness can help. That number again is 1-800-632-2005. Don't wait. Call today.
Rush Limbaugh brought to you by AES Builder and Home Improvements. Call AES and ask for the 15% off Tea Off for Kids discount. 1-800-787-SAVE or AESHome.us.
My good friends, it's going to be a while before we know the full extent of this cyber attack, this ransomware attack we're hearing about today, the one that started on Friday in Europe. Where will you be 4 years from now? Well, 4 years from now, you'll be 4 years closer to retirement. Will it be everything you want it to be? Come to my seminar, Preparing for Retirement. And learn how to get
All right, we're back. Oh crap! Let me see. And the final mileage was 56,115. We started off with 56,039 miles. Now it's 56,115. And it's 3 o'clock in the afternoon, and I left at 12:40, so that's not too bad. See you later.